Can the real Tottenham Hotspur please stand up? Because right now, what I'm seeing today, this week, they are imposters. This can't be the real Tottenham. This can't be the real Daniel Levi moving like this, moving this crazy in the transfer windows. And take a look over here. Morgan Gibbs-White to Tottenham Hotspur. Here we go. Spurs trigger £60 million release clause after direct contact with Forest today. In 24 hours, he will have his medical booked. And that's not it. This is what happened early in the week. Mohamed Kudus to Tottenham. Here we go. Deal in place for 55 mil from West Ham. Kudus only wanted Tottenham Hotspur and he will sign a 6-year contract. And today he's been doing his medical test. He's done his first part of it and now he can officially sign the signature and he'll be an official Tottenham Hotspur player. What the hell is going on over there? What have they been smoking? Who has woken this sleeping giant? Who has woken up this banter club? Because now they've become serious and I am shook. As a Man United fan, I am shook. I am pissed off. I am scared. I am all of the emotions because I can't think straight. This ain't real. I'm telling you, this ain't real. Early in the week, there was reports of Kudus wanting to go to Tottenham. God knows why. Maybe it's only because it's Champions League football and he's got a pathway into the first team other than Chelsea who wanted him. Guess what? The next day, Fabrizio, here we go. Medical today. And then earlier today, guess what? I heard murmurs about Morgan Gibbs-White. I brushed it off and didn't think about it. Couple hours later, before I was about to leave for work, Fabrizio at it again. Here we go. Morgan Gibbs-White, £60 million release clause triggered by Tottenham Hotspur. And he's in 24 hours time. He's about to have his medical. It's booked in. He's going to be a Tottenham Hotspur player by Saturday. I am at lost for words. I am lost for words because this club ain't real. This club ain't real. They've never been this serious. Who has woken them up? Daniel Levi, the most stingiest owner in football, in world football. Yeah, he's not owner, he's a chairman, but same thing. Stingiest guy ever in football has finally, for once in his life, backed the manager. And I think he's finally understood what it takes to run a big club. It took them nearly being relegated and getting a lucky Europa League win. And I'm not saying lucky over Man United because they deserved it over Man United, but overall in that Europa League campaign, they got lucky because they were on the same boat as us. Didn't deserve it, but here we are. They're the ones that actually won it in the Champions League, but it took them to finish 16th and to get a lucky Europa League win to finally smell the roses and realize that they need to actually take it serious and spend money and invest and stop being stingy and stop treating it too much like a business with the Beyonce stuff, with just the concerts, the F1 stuff. Yeah, you can have that and that's good for the business, good for revenue, but you were neglecting the football side of things and you finally woke up. You finally woke up and I'm pissed that you finally woke up and Man United are in this situation. I'm going to stop talking about Man United and save it for another video because this is a Tottenham Hotspur video and I'm going to dedicate it to them because fair fucking play. Fair play. I did not see this coming because the last couple of weeks you guys have been quiet and I thought it was another typical Tottenham Hotspur transfer window. I was dead wrong. But Daniel Levi is finally back to Thomas Frank. And now the pressure is on Thomas Frank to deliver with this stronger team. It's really strong, surprisingly strong team. He knows how to coach a team with low resources. And now he's got those resources and those players. And let's take a look at those players. Tottenham Hotspur squad. Include this with the Kudus signing and the Morgan Gibbs-White signing. Look at that midfield. It is packed. Archie Gray, Bentancur, Yves Bissouma, Bergvall, Matassar, Kulusevski, who's most likely going to be playing as a winger again, because I know that he's not suitable for the actual out and out winger, like wide touchline hugging winger. And the same with what's his name? Same with Matisse Tell. I think they'll still play on the wing, but it will suit them more with the Thomas Frank style because he likes more of narrow wingers that are like inside forwards, and it will suit them to a T. And they need that. They need that support for Dominic Solanke as well, and they will score a lot of goals. They'll banging in a lot of goals, and that midfield is just a mix of young players now and experienced players, prem proven players. It's and then you and that was before they even had before Kudus and Morgan Gibbs-White, and now you add Kudus and Morgan Gibbs-White. Oh, that is scary business. Scary business. That is barbecue chicken right there. And then you got, honestly, I think James Maddison, this might be his last season. If he gets injury prone again, they'll probably ship him off. Heung-min Son, they're going to keep him. But I think they're going to keep him for sponsorship reasons on the tour and get his money worth. Maybe he'll leave, but preferably, I hope he doesn't leave. I hope he stays. Manor Solomon, I'm not even going to go there. Get the hell out. Brennan Johnson, he's got one more season. He has to. I know he actually had a good season last season, and he needs to prove himself again to be that out and out winger. But honestly speaking, I don't think he'll be starting as many games as he did last season. But he's a good player to have. Wilson Odobert, they've just, and I forgot about Richarlison. Richarlison's still there. He's probably gonna be that backup striker anyway. So probably Son will leave. Brian Hill, he needs to get shipped off again permanently. Then you got Dane Scarlett, who I think they might start keeping for the first team and give him some games. They've got Champions League, they've got Premier League, they've got Carabao Cup, they've got FA Cup. Plenty of games for Dane Scarlett to get some game time. Plenty of games. They need that depth and they can use him. He'll be useful for them and he can learn under these players, these Dominic Solanke especially and Richarlison. Man United, I said I won't mention Man United, but this is how you treat a young striker, a young, raw, unproven striker. You have experienced strikers over him that he can learn from. And I hope you don't fumble that with Cheeto Obi, because I'm sick and tired of it. But that's enough Man United talk. But I'm just at a loss for words because this Tottenham team. And is this even a hot take? They will overtake Newcastle because the way Newcastle are going is slow transfer window, and I know it's partly not their fault because of PSR and this bullshit. I can't even keep up, and honestly, I don't even know what's going on. I don't even read into the PSR too much, but it's just confusing as hell, and I don't understand why Newcastle are getting punished so much. But they only got Alanga, and if they're going that slow, even though I praised them and I said they will cook next season, they don't have enough depth, in my opinion. I think Tottenham will overtake them. They've got more talent. Even last season, I thought they had a better squad at the beginning of the season. They just surprised me on how crap they were. And yeah, they had the injuries and all that, but still, it was mostly Ange and his coaching, just horror coaching and like stubborn coaching that killed them basically. But right now, they've got Thomas Frank, a bit more of a common sense type of coach. Yeah, he likes the attacking style, but he's not stubborn. He is malleable. He is adaptive. He will change it around when he needs to, and he's got depth in his team to allow him to change it up every game for different teams while keeping his core principles. And yeah, this is how you rebuild a team that were in the relegation battle. This is how you respond. This is an example to Man United. I'm mentioning them again. I can't help it. But this is an example of how you respond from a horror season. This is how you do it. You do it like that. Kudus and Gibbs-White are statement signings. It just shows that Spurs want to stay in top four, fight and challenge for the league. Shows they're taking Champions League serious. They need the depth and the quality as they're playing Prem, Champions League, FA Cup, Carabao, all of that. And that is the basic requirements for ambitious clubs like that in these competitions. And is the Spurs banter era over? That's my last question. I think so, but let me know in the comments what you think. Is the Spurs banter era over? Like, subscribe, comment, share, peace, all of that. Bye.